Welcome to Street Smart, your go-to destination for all things investment related. On this channel, we'll talk about hot stocks, industry trends, investment strategies, and anything else that can help you grow your wealth. In this video, we will cover the semiconductor chip supply chain, best performing stock in the semiconductor industry that gave a return more than the S&P 500 index. So, without further ado, let's dive straight into the topic. The semiconductor supply chain is a complex global network involving numerous stages and players, each contributing to the final product. The above graph shows the key stages involved. It starts with sourcing raw materials like silicon, specialty gases and chemicals, photoresists, doping materials, and metals. Design stage involves concept and development for designing the chip's architecture and functionality. Intellectual property, IP, creation for protecting core ideas and functionalities through patents and copyrights. The fabrication stage involves photolithography, doping, deposition, etching, testing, and packaging. Equipment suppliers provide specialized tools and materials needed for fabrication. In the assembly stage, individual chips are mounted onto printed circuit boards, PCBs, and soldered into place. The final products are smartphones, computers, communication systems, satellites, etc. Finished products are delivered to the consumer, who can be individuals, government agencies, or businesses. The manufacturing process of silicon wafers involves several steps, from the extraction of silicon to the production of individual wafers. Here's a detailed breakdown of the process. Silicon extraction. Silicon dioxide-rich sand is used to purify the sand into high-purity silicon metal using chemical processes. Crystal growth. Crystallization of the highly purified molten silicon to form a large cylindrical crystal. Known as boule, wafer slicing. Diamond wire saws are used to cut the boule into thin slices called as silicon wafers. Grinding and polishing to remove any surface imperfections and mirror-like surface finish. Cleaning to remove any contaminants or particles that could affect their performance. Quality control. Wafers are inspected visually and using various metrology tools to detect defects or deviations from the desired specifications. Packaging and shipping. Once the wafers pass quality control, they are typically packaged and shipped to semiconductor fabrication facilities, fabs, where they are used for the production of semiconductor devices. Some of the dominant players are Shin-Etsu Chemical, Sumco, Siltronic AG, Soitec SA. This is a stock performance chart that shows the price return of 5 different stocks over the past 10 years. Stocks of Shin-Etsu Chemical, Sumco, Siltronic AG, Soitec SA, Shin-Etsu Chemical had the best performance, with a price return of 272.12%. SK Siltron has had the second best performance, with a price return of 264.49%. SP500 has had a price return of 173.91%. Shin-Etsu Chemical and Soitec SA beat the index, while Sumco and Siltronic AG did not beat the index. In chip design stage, a semiconductor design company specializes in creating blueprints for integrated circuits, ICs, also called microchips. The company can be classified as fabless chip designers, design chips, but outsource manufacturing to foundries. Example, Qualcomm, NVIDIA. Integrated device manufacturers, IDMs, design, manufacture, and sell their chips. Example, Intel, Samsung. Foundries focus on manufacturing, chips designed by other companies. Example, TSMC, Global Foundries. This is a stock performance chart that shows the price return of 5 different stocks over the past 10 years. The stocks included in the graph are NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, Apple, the S&P 500, and Intel. Here are some of the key findings from the graph. NVIDIA has had the highest overall return, increasing by over 15,000% since 2014. AMD has also had a strong performance, with a return of over 4,600%. Broadcom has returned over 2,000%. Apple has returned around 880%. All the stocks or companies beat the S&P 500 index except Intel. Critical semiconductor manufacturing process are: first step, deposition. This stage involves depositing thin films of materials onto the wafer to create various layers. Next, photoresist. A thin layer of photoresist is applied to the wafer's surface. This material is sensitive to light and forms the basis for creating patterns. Next, lithography. The process of using light or other forms of radiation to transfer the pattern from the mask to the photoresist on the wafer. Next, etch, chemical or plasma. Etching is used to remove material from the wafer according to the pattern in the photoresist. Next, ionization. Ion implantation involves introducing dopant ions into specific regions of the wafer to modify its electrical properties. Last, packaging. The final stage where individual chips are cut from the wafer and placed into packages, providing protection and external connections. At a high level, examples of notable semiconductor equipment companies: ASML, leader in lithography systems, particularly extreme ultraviolet (EUV) technology for advanced chips. Applied Materials offers a wide range of deposition, etch, and other equipment used in various production stages. Tokyo Electron, major supplier of etch and cleaning equipment, also focused on inspection and metrology tools. Lam Research specializes in etching and deposition equipment, particularly for advanced chip packaging technologies. KLA Corporation provides leading-edge inspection and metrology equipment for quality control throughout manufacturing. This is a stock performance chart that shows the price return of 5 different stocks over the past 10 years. The stocks included in the graph are ASML Holding, Applied Materials, Tokyo Electron, Lam Research, and KLA Corporation. All 5 semiconductor companies experienced substantial price increases during the 10 years. Lam Research saw the most significant growth, with a return of over 1,600%. KLA, Tokyo Electron, and ASML followed closely behind, with returns exceeding 1,100%. Even the company with the lowest growth, AMAT, still achieved a remarkable return of over 800%. All 5 semiconductor companies significantly outperformed the S&P 500, which returned around 170% during the same period. Fabrication stage. Foundries receive chip designs from fabless companies. They use intricate processes like lithography, etching, and deposition to build intricate circuits onto silicon wafers, performing rigorous testing to ensure the manufactured chips meet the required specifications and functionality. They encapsulate the finished chips in protective packages and deliver them to the fabless companies. Some notable semiconductor foundries: Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, Global Foundries, X-Fab Silicon Foundries. This is a stock performance chart that shows the price return of 5 different stocks over the past 10 years. The stocks included in the graph are TSMC, Global Foundries, X-Fab Silicon Foundries. TSMC had a remarkable return of over 800%, only one to outperform the S&P 500, while others underperformed. Assembler can be classified as follows: electronics manufacturer. This is a broad term encompassing companies that make many different types of electronic devices, such as smartphones, computers, and TVs. Examples: Apple, Samsung Original Equipment Manufacturer, OEM. These companies design and manufacture electronic devices but sell them under another company's brand name. Examples: Foxconn, Wistron, Original Design Manufacturer, ODM. These companies design and manufacture complete electronic devices for other companies, who then brand and sell them. Examples: Huawei, Lenovo. This is a stock performance chart that shows the price return of 5 different stocks over the past 10 years. Apple and Sony had a remarkable return of over 880% and 420% respectively, while other underperformed, the S&P 500. In the final stage, products are ready to be delivered to the consumer, who can be individuals, government agencies, or businesses. To conclude, if you look into the past decade, the semiconductor equipment supplier as a whole experienced significant growth and outpaced the broader market. If we consider individual companies, then NVIDIA stock was the top performer. Foundry's business is capital-intensive business, then comes equipment manufacturers with moderate capital intensity, while fabless companies require the least capital to grow revenue. Semiconductor industry may face challenges and disruptions in the coming years. Its long-term outlook appears promising due to continued technological advancements, increasing demand for electronic devices, and the industry's ability to innovate and adapt to changing market dynamics. Total revenue from semiconductor industry is expected to top $1 trillion by 2030. This is a wrap. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Please hit like button, share, and subscribe to Street Smart if you found this video helpful. See you in the next video.